What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. Karl Jobst and Some Ordinary Gamers may have just uncovered the craziest story I've heard in 2023. Maybe I say it's craziest because of who's involved with it, and it's someone who I'd never see at the center of a controversy, or at least I thought I'd never see, in my entire life. Jirard The Completionist, someone who is well known in the YouTube gaming community, especially the retro gaming community. He's been on the platform for a very long time. He's very well connected, and honestly, I haven't heard anyone say a bad thing about the guy, including myself. I've had a couple personal interactions with him. He's commented on a couple of my videos, and all in all, I've had nothing to say about him that's bad. And then I see this story, and I'm like, oh no. Hit the subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full story on this. I have an article up right now on the website. If you need all the links to all the videos and the research that has been done, this is a pretty good place to start. But if you're coming to this video because you want someone to do that work for you, you came to the right place. Alright, so Karl Jobst and Some Ordinary Gamers got together, and they even got in a conversation with Jirard The Completionist to discuss this before they went live with what they had. And what they have is pretty damning. They have the tax receipts showing Open Hand Foundation raising over $600,000 over the course of, give or take, a decade or so, and siphoning out a few, $10,000 here, $10,000 there, upwards of $100,000 for administrative expenses over the years, but not ever donating money to anything ever. Even though on this website here, they have a link for benefactors. And when you click on benefactors, it brings you to UCSF. And I like, Some Ordinary Gamers called out how they had the spelling error. They have since updated the spelling error and left this here, which is fascinating because based off their tax receipts, they have never donated any money publicly via tax receipts to the UCSF. So it's fascinating that this is shown as on top under benefactors. One would presume this is their main benefactor. And that's it. There's nothing else. This foundation has been taking money from people donating for the better part of the past decade and doing absolutely nothing with the money. That's concerning enough in itself. Now, something that Some Ordinary Gamers and Karl Jobst didn't focus on too much in their videos is the money that was siphoned out over the past decade, what was done with that, what that was charged for, why that was taken out. Maybe they didn't want to presume or make assumptions of negligence or fraud. They just wanted to keep it on the up and up. But I'm looking at this like, that's a little bit suspicious. You're going to be taking away $12,000 a year, $14,000 a year, more than that? For what? What are you paying for? Website maintenance? My goodness. I have SmashJT.com. It doesn't require $14,000 a year to do this. So I have a feeling it wasn't all on the up and up, unless this is going to a building or something that they're creating that they just haven't told anyone about. But here's the thing. Jirard The Completionist had a conversation with Karl Jobst and Some Ordinary Gamers, and what he had to say was pretty damning.
I'm asking you guys is, what do you want me to do as soon as possible? If it's like, hey, Jirard, we want you to shut up and take the L so we can make content, that's fine. If that's what you guys think is the way to go, to call it a scam, sure. But I'm not trying to scam anyone. I would never try and scam in honor of my mom. Like, this is, I would not be outward facing knowing that I can get raked through the coals for this.
He came out and told them that he recently found out that this was all in an account and it was never donated anywhere. All the money they've ever raised has never been donated. And he was pretty upset about it, or so he said. To which he didn't do anything about.
That was genuine because I haven't found a benefactor that I'm completely happy with, and I want to make sure that this money goes to a good cause in honor of my mom, and I'm upset that the conversations I've had haven't gone the way that I wanted. And I'm willing at this point to just donate the money to whoever. I want it to go in the right spot. I don't want it to go to some doctor's salary or some expense bill for a massive organization that it's not going to do anything for.
2 years have since passed since he said he found out about that, and the money is still sitting there. all the while, he still made charity streams, requested people to keep donating money to his cause, even though he doesn't have a cause for the money to go anywhere. It's just a little bit suspicious. People on Reddit have already been conversing about this. They're saying the fact that he knew this was coming, had time to get out in front of it and lessen the damage, and he didn't. He didn't do anything about it. He still hasn't donated the money anywhere, and the money, $600,000+, is still sitting in their charity bank account with nowhere to go, no benefactors to be sent to, and they even have the audacity to reach out to Some Ordinary Gamers and Karl Jobst to ask them where they should be donating the money to, which is absolutely unbelievable. He literally doubled down and did another charity event for Open Hand weeks ago, which is why Jobst made the video. Will Jirard go to prison for something like this? I don't know. That's not my profession. But it is concerning to have these accusations go against you and not do anything or have a purpose with it. Why were they raising funds for so long and not have a place for those funds to go? Is it just complete negligence? Were they just so stupid? They had no idea what they're doing with running a foundation, so they just put it in a bank account and just let it sit there forever and didn't ask the hard questions, didn't ask the basic questions of where this money should go? Like, starting a foundation for your mother who passed away is honorable. But not having a direction, not having a plan, not having a reason for it, it brings up a lot of concerns. Concerns that I have a feeling Jirard will start getting some pressure from some serious people in positions of power, and he's going to be in a lot of deep when it happens. And here's one of the crazier ones. Holy bleep, in Karl's video, they straight up confront Jirard with knowledge that the money hasn't gone anywhere in a decade. He admits it, claims he only learned about it in 2022, a decade into your charity, and you just learned the most basic info on the finances, says he has gotten involved, and since then still promoting that they are donating the money to UCSF with a bleeping fake quote on their Our Story page of their website. So, David Kessler, MD, School of Medicine, this is bad. UC fires Dean of UCSF Medical School for undisclosed reasons. So they have Dr. David Kessler, a man who was fired for undisclosed reasons at UCSF, as the person for their quote for the place that they're donating to that they haven't donated to. So you can probably connect the dots here and see how this is a little bit suspicious with this foundation. I am deeply grateful for your recent gift to UCSF School of Medicine. They have another typo there. Your support of frontotemporal dementia and related degenerative diseases research is invaluable. I would be fascinated to find out what actually was donated, if anything, because to me, with the tax reports showing zero donated over the past decade or so of years, ever since this foundation was created, how would they have donated anything to this? How did they get this quote from this man that is fired from UCSF? It's just, everything is very suspicious about this. And Jirard, talking to them, you can tell he sounds a little bit nervous. He's a little bit on edge. He feels like the walls are caving in right now. And he's just trying to find a way out. What can I do so that you guys don't needle me? What can I do to make it right? You know, whenever you get caught, it's so easy to say, oh, I'm sorry, let me make it right. But you know what would be more right, Jirard? If you knew about this 2 years ago, to make it right away. You don't start a foundation, get nearly $1 million, this is well over $500,000, into a foundation over the course of a decade, and then find out it's not going anywhere, it's sitting in a bank account, and then just say, yeah, it's just sitting in the bank account. Let's go raise more money for this foundation, even though you have no idea what you're doing with it, where it's going. You are falsely telling your audience that their money is going to help a cause that clearly is not based off the tax returns. It's a very sketchy situation. It's a very concerning one that Jirard definitely needs to come out about, make a video, apologize, have a direction, a map, a route, what you're doing with the money, why you didn't do anything about it when you found out 2 years ago that nothing was being done with it. All these questions that require answers. Instead of just shutting down and turtling, speak up, say you screwed up, and do the right thing. Then again, he should probably consult with a lawyer, because if you admit to fault and knowing that you were doing things wrong here, it actually could indict you for some worse offenses. So the whole situation's a mess. It's a crazy, crazy situation. And I'm just like, how does this kind of thing happen? Unless you go into it with the mindset of, I'm going to defraud people, I don't know how you get to the point of getting 10 years worth of donations and having it sit in an account without planning on doing something malicious with it at the end of the day. We'll see where this story goes, but as of right now, it's not a great look for Jirard and anyone involved with this charity. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash it,